Hi, welcome back to Gotta Be Me podcast. We're so happy to be here again with you today. We are your hosts. My name is Sophia Benyon. This is my cousin, Peyton Benyon.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. She never lets me not say thank you.
You have to say thank you.
But we have a guest here, which we're super excited about. I am going to be trying to pull my weight in this conversation today and speak up and interject where I need to, because she ends up doing a lot of the talking, but we're going to work on it this time.
It's my fault. It really is my fault. I just talk too much. I just need to chill out and let her talk. But yeah,
It just takes me too long to think. I'm a little slow over here.
It's not true. Don't listen to that. We're super excited about our guest today. We asked Sister Denise Ewing to be on our podcast today. We were like, Black History Month is coming up. Who should we get on the show? We want to talk about Black History.
And also somebody commented, they were like, y'all want to talk about being Black and women. Could you at least get a mature Black woman on here? We were like, my bad,
oops, my bad.
We're trying, you know.
We're running. So she is hopefully the first of many. Like, we have a list that we're ready to work through. So, Sister Denise, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Well, it's Black History Month, and I was curious, what did Black History Month mean for you as a child, and then as an adolescent, and then like as an adult? How has that shifted and changed for you?
As a child, I don't really have a big memory of Black history other than I remember in elementary, I believe I was in 5th grade, the only Black teacher I ever had.
Ever.
This clear between
in all of your
kindergarten and 12th grade.
You had one Black teacher.
5th grade teacher.
See, that's a problem.
We did. She had all the Black people across the board up there, and we got to pick somebody every week and do a report. That's the only thing I remember as being younger.
Serious?
Uh-huh.
That is
So
messed up.
it didn't have like a lot of significance to you. It was just kind of like, oh, pick a person and do a report.
I mean, I learned about a couple people then. Malcolm X. I remember Booker T. Washington. But
did it connect for you? Were you like, I'm Black, they're Black? You know,
I was too young.
Yeah.
I wasn't even into it. Wasn't even.
Yeah.
So when was your first like kind of awakening to like not just being Black, but really caring about Black history?
I can't really say.
It was a moment. It was like
older, when I got older, an adult. Because I think about Black History Month, that really does not mean nothing to me at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, okay, they didn't pick the month, gave it to us.
the shortest, I have to say.
Target about to sell a couple Black History shirts. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to move on about our day. But I feel like I'm Black every day. I wake up Black. You know what I'm saying? I am Black history. So it's just like, as I got older, me becoming the woman that I am, because my husband always say, like, when did you become this person? Like, earthy, that's what I say. I just kind of got into my history and roots about hair, being natural, plants, and different things like that. So it was just probably about a decade ago.
So it was like as you connected to yourself, that like kind of changed how you viewed the whole experience of being Black in a way.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the hair, so we gotta talk about the hair.
We gotta talk about your hair.
I love the sister locks. I get so jealous all the time.
So that's all your hair, right?
It's all me, baby, all me.
Oh, that is so good. Yeah, I always get jealous all the time. Like,
and it's so thick too. Like it's long and thick. It looks so healthy.
It seems like sister locks are like, it's not like just you're getting braids. Like it's a lifestyle change. Is that true? Mm-hmm. I feel like it's like a decision.
It is. So I looked into this for a few months before I got it. So I got tired of going to the beauty shop. I was like, I got tired of sitting in there for hours. Oh my goodness, sitting under.
Or taking care of it yourself. That takes time too.
All of it. So
and you got to pick a new good hairstyle.
I went to the barbershop and got my hair shaved off. I had a fade.
You got it shaved off?
I was like done with it.
Are you serious?
So I was like, I'm going complete natural, right? So that's what I did. And then I let it grow back. I was pulling it back, getting it twisted, 2-strand twist and things like that. Then I started looking into locks, because I always liked it locks, but I didn't want to do big locks. I was like
dreadlocks.
I want to do smaller locks. And so I started doing my research, and I came across sister locks. And I was like,
I love the naming.
I said, okay. So I went on the Sister Lock website, because you can't just go to anybody and get sister locks. You have to go to somebody that's certified. I found a lady, and I went to her, and I got them done.
Is she who you still go to?
No.
Okay.
I
get 'em,
switched
like,
over a couple
retwisted.
times,
over.
but yeah, but they're all Sister Lock trainees and consultants. So
So you have to be serious about doing it too.
yeah, you do.
How long was your hair when you started?
Probably to about the end of my face right here.
That's so crazy. Look at how it's grown like a foot. That's like a foot.
And when I
more.
say it's the best hair decision ever that I made, I'm sorry.
You mean that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. Is it hard to keep up with it? How often do you have to get it retwisted?
Every 8 weeks.
That's not even a
But
lot.
how long does it take though?
It's about 2 hours for her to do it.
You know, the 8 weeks and 2 hours. That's not bad.
Just plain box braids can take 3 hours.
Like, and
That's not bad at all.
And in a week, I'll probably spend 2 hours on my hair.
I mean, people get their hair done every week, every
Right.
2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, it's the best hair decision
I believe
ever
it.
made. It's been 6 years. So,
6 years.
I'm trying to wait for this to go to my bottom, my butt. I want butt length.
You want butt length?
And when
And
it
then
get there,
what?
then I'll probably trim it up.
Really? And then see what
It's just
see
the
if it
point
grows
that
again?
let me see if I can get there.
Let's see. Yeah, it's like a challenge, a
That's
goal.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever I don't believe that my hair can do that.
Oh, I bet it could. Everybody's hair journey will be different though. With
Right.
the sister locks or traditional locks, micro locks, whatever you decide, your hair will be different with it.
Right.
I love that it's a journey. Like, it's a whole hair journey. Like, it's such a big deal in our lives. Like, what you gonna do with
Like
your hair?
hair's such
Like, I
an
remember when I was like, how old was I? My mom always did it when I was younger, just like, however. And then, I got older and I started looking around like, what's everyone else doing with their hair, right? Because as you know, if you look at the podcast, my mom is white. So I'm looking around like, okay, what is everyone else doing with their hair? And then I started blow drying it and it was straight. And then I found out about the natural hair movement and I think I'm still in that phase. So.
You're definitely
love
still
your
in that
hair.
phase.
I
That
am
Afro
in
puff?
that phase.
I used to wear my hair in a poof like that. And
I am so into the
I think
Afro
she
puff right
rocks her
now.
puff.
It somehow just makes me feel so much more confident. Like,
it's a lot of girls wishing they had a big puff like that, right? It's people that go to
lot of people have
the
fake
hair
puffs.
store and go buy fake
A fake
puffs.
puff.
yeah. A lot of
So
people have fake puffs. But yeah.
My hair used to go into a puff, but then it grew, which I was really happy about. But when it grew, my curl pattern lengthened. So now it doesn't puff as much anymore. It
so
just
your
kinda-
curl is looser and
Right.
not tight.
right. So it doesn't puff as much anymore. I was like, oh well, I'm happy that my hair grew. So
Yeah.
no big deal.
Yeah.
You also, so going back to like the beginning of our conversation when your husband said you got earthy on him, like what's like that part of your journey, like moving toward the
Yeah.
natural stuff and whatever.
Listen, I don't even know when I become this person. I don't know if it was the locks more, and I love the look of it. I don't know. I'm into the bohemian, earthy, Goodwill stuff. He'd be like, he would look around the house and be like, all this Goodwill stuff. I love it. Listen, I love that type of stuff. I love old antiques and things like that. I don't know when I become this person. My mom always say it to me. When did you become this
What
person?
happened to you?
That's interesting.
Does your mom like it? She don't know what to think, huh? That's
She
funny.
laughs at me. But
Hey, if it makes you happy.
I love it. I have a lot of plants in my house, just all over the house.
Really? I love plants.
Bathrooms, hallways. I try to put it in my children's bedrooms, but
They
they
said no,
They said no, keep it out.
the
unfortunately.
kitchen. I mean, wherever I can put it, dining room, living room, laundry room, it's there.
You got a green thumb? You good at keeping them?
Uh-huh.
That's
I'm
impressive.
so bad.
So we know you're a vegetarian. Somehow we cannot get down with that, but we want to hear like from you. We want to know why you're so passionate about it.
2020. So August 1st, 2020, me and my husband decided we were going to do a raw fruit and vegetable diet, right?
Like
So
kind of like a
nothing cooked, just raw. You only
Kind of
could
like
eat
a
it
detox or cleanse or just
Yeah.
try it for a while.
like a short.
just a 30-day
Okay.
thing, right? So we tried that. We started off, and we was already going back and forth, looking at documentaries,
Just doing research.
look, Dr. Sebi, things like that. Okay, mid-August, my mom got sick. She found out she had uterus cancer. And so I think I really started looking into it, right? I'm like, okay, this meat, this the stuff we eat got all this chemicals and stuff in it. I told my husband, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna eat meat again.
After you had gone onto the diet for a while.
It's like, I don't think I'm going back. And I never went back. And that was in 2020. I started looking at documentaries about chicken farms.
Ooh,
How
stuff
gross that
bad.
is.
You know, it's just, and not just the meat, because I honestly believe if I had my own land where I can have my own animals and I can see how they're raised,
What they're being fed.
I
and-
may eat a piece of meat here and there, but
so
not
you
from
don't
the
really
store.
miss it?
Absolutely not.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Do you use like meat substitutes?
Jackfruit for some chili.
Really?
Walnut meat. I make spaghetti or something.
Yeah, you told us about the walnut meat.
The walnut meat is, I'm telling you, you got to try it. Y'all
We're
got to
gonna
try it.
try it.
Walnut
We're
meat.
gonna try
I don't know if y'all watch Tabitha Brown, but she be having all type of recipes.
Really?
Um,
I don't know why I'm so like skittish of it. Like I'm just like,
Skeptical.
how can that be good?
Try
But
it.
if you cook something, I'll try it. I'll definitely try
Try it for 5 days. I'm gonna cook something and invite y'all over.
it. Okay, well, I'll try it. I'll try it.
Mhm.
I will definitely. I
But I
just
don't
love
miss it.
meat so much. Like, I cannot lie. If I look at that stuff, I'm not gonna be able to
It
eat.
is disgusting. I know it's bad, and our community isn't doing very well as far as health.
You need to watch You Are What You Eat. It's a documentary
Okay.
on Netflix.
But what if it turns me
Yeah,
into
I'm scared.
vegetarian?
It
Then
was-
I'll be
I mean,
sad.
it just make you be more watchful.
Eat more healthy.
Yeah, more aware.
Our parents are pretty health conscious. They eat meat, but they're very like. I mean, for most of our lives, they've been pretty serious about fruits and vegetables.
I mean,
I don't think meat just completely bad for you. I just don't believe we need to eat it every day in our diets.
Okay.
And I believe that the meat in the stores are just pumped with all these hormones and chemicals. They just trying to get it in the store,
I believe that.
and I just, I can't do it.
I definitely think a healthy lifestyle is a good choice, especially if you like have just for life in general. It doesn't matter what
Quality of
your career
life
is.
and
You need to
everything.
right. If you want to enjoy life, then even if you're young, and strong, you can take a lot. But then it hits you when you get older, right? If you don't take care of it.
41, absolutely. I'm feeling it.
Well, that was a lot of good wisdom and advice, and I'm curious as you're like, you're not old, but you're a motherly figure. You're older than
You're
us.
older than us. You're not
That's
old.
what we're
just
trying to
older than
say.
us.
More mature. I'm curious if you have any advice to young Black women our age. What do you see that we're lacking as a whole in our community, or what advice could you give us to move forward with intelligent minds?
So I would say, before you become somebody's wife, before you become a mother, find out who you are, enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get married. I did it backwards. You know what I'm saying? I had my son, got married, went to school full time, worked full time. I just feel like,
tough.
and I was young, I was 20. So I feel like you should get all that done first, figure out where you want to be in life, and then become somebody's wife.
That
And,
sounds very wise. If you don't know who you are, then you bring that struggle into your marriage, right?
yes. And me and my husband struggled. So, and I'm not ashamed to say it. You know what I'm saying? So we had
How
our
long y'all
ups
been
and
married now or been together?
downs. Shoot. We met in 99, so what, 24 years?
Whoa, that's beautiful.
We've been married 20. So, yeah.
So you say you just struggle at the beginning, like
Oh, yeah. I had my son. I was 20, and we got married at 21.
that's young. That's real young.
Then I went to school full time for 2 years and worked full time, and he worked full time. We had a good support system with family,
That's nice.
especially his mom, because she lived here. But if I could do it over,
You would do the school first.
yeah, I would have waited. I wouldn't have got married. I would have went to school, figured out who I was, and then, got into all the marriage and all that.
And the children and the house and all that.
Yeah.
So, as we like kind of bring this podcast to a close, maybe Peyton might have a few more questions, but this is my last question. So many people that come on our podcast, like me and
You're about to
Peyton,
say what I was thinking
that you were
about.
thinking about? Okay, that's the thing. Me and Peyton, we just like, we're cousins. We have animated discussions. Let's make a podcast. But everybody in the comments wants to know, but what church are you in? Who do you affiliate with, and what? And so we thought, well, maybe it'd be good if we asked you, like, what's it like being married to someone in the church, as they
Or
say?
I'm curious about what's the first thing you
And,
thought when you saw
yeah,
us.
what was your first experience like?
We have this coworker who always says, we be talking to him and saying stuff, and he always says, I forget that y'all are normal. You know, we always laugh at him.
And that's crazy because when somebody see you and don't know you, even where we are, right, like where we live, it's like they just put together this story.
Right.
Oh, you got to be like
They
this.
just
Oh, you
decide.
can't. But when I first came to church, I was like, oh my! I said, what is this?
Someone said it's so creepy.
I said, what is this? I told my husband, don't ever. I shouldn't say don't ever bring me back.
You told him that?
Yeah, I did.
That's funny.
Don't ever.
And obviously, you see, I came back.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
But it was real different for me. It was a culture shock. I'm Black, as you see. I mean, I've been around Black people all my life. I have never been in, especially a church, where it's just like, oh man, like everything was just so structured. You know what I'm saying? And I can literally count the Black people.
Literally.
Right.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I was like, I told myself, I said, I'm a Black woman.
What did you
And I
bring
like
me
Black
here for?
things. But y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious.
I know, I
Like,
believe
was just
you.
I
like,
believe
so
You
it was
really-
different. But as I got to keep coming to the church, I was just like, y'all just like me and somebody else. Really? You know what I'm saying? As far, you just got on the dress. You got, you know what I'm saying? You just, but really it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same, I feel like things happen, and this is just my opinion, things happen at this church, your church, things happen at another church. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's no different. I don't know why people try to
Make such a drama.
paint a
about it.
picture and they really don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? They just want to make their judgment. And it's almost like, no, you need to come find out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to come get to know me and come find out before you just sit there.
Usually when
and,
people get to know us, they chill out. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, like,
you
oh,
know?
y'all normal. Y'all cool.
Yeah, I was like,
Y'all not a pilgrim. Y'all
We're
know how
not
people
pilgrims.
be.
We're not nuns. We're not.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole list. Yeah, I think it's so important, like, just connecting with people on a human level. And you literally just got to give people that chance, like, no matter who they are. Like, before you make a judgment anyway, you got to make a...
The world is so weird. The world is weird. It's like, you got to look like this or you got to look like this. And it's like, stop. Just stop. So, it was different for me. And it's been over a decade, actually, right? It's been over a decade since my husband's been going there. And I learned a lot.
You learned a lot, you said?
I've learned a lot through that. And we had our ups and downs about it, but we pushed through it. I think it still takes a lot of me to get over the look of things, like I said. But like I said, it's still, you still normal people. You still, you know what I mean? So
I think it's important to, like, well, to see things from other people's perspective, because especially, well, like us, we grew up here, you know, and of course we love it. It's our home, but it's good to, like, you know, it's good once you've grown up to start asking yourself questions and be like, okay, well, why am I really here? Am I just here because I was raised here, or do I understand why I think I should be here and what I'm doing?
why did I even put on these clothes? Because I didn't, you're right. Like, my parents just dressed me. And then you come to that point of realizing, like, okay, now I got to decide. I got to think about this. You know, I'm not just you know, your parents give you broccoli. You don't want it, but you eat it anyways, you know, because they make you. But then at some point you understand, okay, I'll eat the broccoli. It's good for me, you know, and you kind of got to come to that realization.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're so happy that you
I know.
joined us and came on our podcast. We really loved it.
I am too. Finally got here.
We love to have you
She's
again
a faithful
sometime.
follower of us and gives us good suggestions all the time.
Yes, if we have a good idea, it's very possible it came from Sister Denise, just so you know. We really appreciate her. We appreciate her influence here in the community. We appreciate being able to work with her, and we're very thankful she came on our show. Well, that's the end of our discussion for this evening. Come back to check out more of our Black History Month episodes as February rolls on. Y'all know what time it is. Peace, love, and hair grease.